Hey guys, I've been getting a lot of questions about the camper lately, so figured the easiest way to show you guys is actually to go ahead and just do a walk around of our Turtleback camper that we have. So we'll go ahead and go over the exterior first. So first of all, to start with, Turtleback Expedition Shell. The shell means it was basically the box on wheels. If you actually go to Turtleback's website and you look at their Expedition, they have this thing completely kitted out, built in with, it's got, propane with gas lines, a hot water heater, it's got a 42-gallon water tank, it's got the fridge slide if you want or not, it's got electrical run through the entire thing. It has more than what you see here, basically, or what I'm going to be showing you actually on the inside here in a moment. What's really nice about the shell is it drops the price considerably, but it literally is just the shell. It's the different compartments that you see here. It's a box on wheels. There were some upgrades that we did. For example, Cruise Master 360-degree fully articulating hitch, which is nice. Let's see some other things we added. There's the box up top here for storage. It's meant for like tables and stuff to go in, as well as the adventure rack so that we could actually mount the awning and tent. Other upgrades we did, you see the that right there is the stabilizer jacks, one on each side, which makes a very big difference when you have the tent actually deployed and you're kind of rolling around up in the top of the tent and everything. Keeps it nice and stable, which is pretty cool. And then we did add their 11-pound propane tank over on this side, which is awesome. All I use it for is cooking, and in 6 trips I think I used about maybe half a pound. That was it. So I mean, granted, I have a pretty efficient grill as well. It's a cheap Coleman, but either way, let's go ahead and start showing you the cool stuff on the inside. To show you in the tongue box, this is kind of where all the important stuff is. None of this was in here. This box was a completely empty box. It had like the 7-pin connector for the trailer wiring and everything, but that was it. The rest of this completely empty. So all the electrical components that you see in here, I installed all this stuff. So to kind of walk through everything, you have a 100 amp hour lithium iron phosphate battery, plenty of power for what I'm using it for right now, which I'll kind of walk through in a moment here. In order to charge it, I have 2 different charging options. You see there, I have a NoCo Genius. This is a 10 amp trickle charger, which at 10 amps, it's not really a trickle charger. I think it can fully charge this battery in about 7 hours. And you see right now, one of these pass-throughs, which actually came on the trailer, which was awesome. I actually have it plugged in and charging right now, or well, keeping it trickle charged, I guess you could say. Another option to charge that I do have is solar. So you see this 20 amp MPPT charge controller that I have from Renogy. Love this thing. It connects here, another pass-through that actually existed already on the trailer. I believe this is the SAE connector, right? And what's awesome about this is I have a 200 watt and a 50 watt solar panel, both of which will plug in there depending on how much power I need. Recently went on a 4-day camping trip, and after just a few hours, this thing was charged back in the sun. This thing was charged back up to 100% for the drive home, which was really awesome. I did install a master kill switch for safety reasons, and then you see here my fuse box that I have, 12 different circuits on this guy. Most of these are going to lights through the various different compartments, and I'll show you where those pass-throughs are. What those lights look like are like this guy here, just 3M tape, a little bit of wiring. Some of the wiring is nicer than others, but when it's dark out, that is a very bright light. It's actually almost too bright, to be completely honest. Something else I have in here, this is a Bluetooth controller for the rock lights that I installed underneath. And then I also do have right here a Bluetooth monitor for the charge controller, so I can have a good idea of my battery percentage and how much solar I'm actually bringing in while I'm out camping, which is very nice. So next, let's go ahead and talk about the fridge. Now you can have this fridge pop out either side. We have it popping out on the passenger side underneath the awning to make things easy. But a nice big old fridge slide that comes out. Currently have a set power, I think it's a 55. It's turned off right now, so we're not yanking power, but you do see that's where I installed my own power back here, just a 12-volt plug in order to plug this 12-volt fridge in. Works great. Being a Turtleback trailer, they've actually got a lot of the different pass-throughs, different cable runs and stuff. The cables aren't run, but the places to run the cable are all in here, which is nice. All right, next, moving on to the side compartments. These are nothing special, it's just a box. It is just full of junk. I mean, this is all stuff that we use for camping. It's not exactly junk. But what's nice about this is I have the ability to build anything in here that I need. My plan is to actually make some shelving in here to do stuff a little more organized. No drawers or anything on the side compartments, but definitely some shelving eventually to keep things a little bit easier to get to and organized. This is the cool side, in my opinion, at least for right now. So in this box, again, it's just a box, but it has the extra electrical box that's in here that if this were the Expedition, not shell version, there'd be a whole bunch of electrical components actually built in here. As it is, this is a completely empty box, nothing in there yet. I have plans for it, but for now, I'm using this 12-volt plug that I installed myself to keep charged my Yeti 500X from Goal Zero. So I might not be able to really see there. It's charging right now at 65, 70 watts. I didn't have it plugged in earlier, so I just plugged it in just now because it was like, like 95%, although it already says it's almost up at 100% again. And since this has it's got the built-in inverter that I can turn on and off, as well as a couple more USB plugs, this is what I use to charge, like for example, different USB rechargeable lights and things of that nature. I have string lights, or rope lights I should say, that actually go out and around, so pretty useful to have that guy so that I don't actually have to install a large 2000 watt inverter or anything in the tongue box. So again, something else that comes on the fully built one, you usually have this box up here along with this rack, but then down right here down the side you would have a long empty tube meant for like fishing poles and stuff, which is pretty cool. It's just dead space right now on each side. I'm thinking I could actually put in water tanks right there. Just use long 8-inch PVC and use it to store water would actually be pretty good. I don't necessarily want water high, that much weight that high like that, but it is dead space. I have this cleaned out right now because I cleaned it out. I had to spray it out. It got some dirt in it, but I usually you can fit a 6-foot Costco folding table, like a picnic table in here. I actually have 4 different tables of varying shapes and sizes that I usually store up here. So I already mentioned about the tire carrier, but to show you once it's all opened up, so it does swing out. And it does have multiple locking positions. So you see it's straight out right now. There is a table that I'll fold down in a moment, but I have to open this door. Oh, it's locked. All right, I have to open this door before I can pull the tables down. But you see here, all of the doors have these cool little locking, there we go, locking mechanisms to keep them from going anywhere, which is nice. And then see here, so one nice table right there. It's a little spice rack. These are the type of things that I think this might come on the shell regularly. This table does not. This is just nice. I mean, there's nothing to it. It's just a big table that folds down. It'll kind of be in my way right now if I do it, but this table's awesome. So glad that we added this. So otherwise, take a look in the back here, and it is just open, empty space. Normally, on the regular Expedition, when you look at this, it has a full drawer system in here with, I think down here it pulls out like a grill, or like like a camp grill, and over here it pulls out like a sink and everything, with the whole top being different drawer systems and everything. I didn't need or want all that drawer stuff built in there, so I plan on building my own drawer system. You see, the majority of my camping stuff that would go in drawers is right here. It's in all these compartments and everything, or all these rigid boxes that I have. It works for now, but I plan on actually building out just on this side, having drawers that come out and everything, and still keeping this side over here nice and open for storage, because I need a lot of storage for these very large sleeping bags that my family uses. There's not anywhere near as many sleeping bags in here as there usually is, because the last trip that I went on was just me. So, but plenty of storage room, and look at all the wasted space. Like, the wasted space in here is ridiculous. So I actually plan on, and what's nice is all these different mounting points for a whole bunch of different things. I can add whatever in here I want, and it is going to be awesome. So I mentioned lights, that I have in every single compartment that are extremely useful. I have plans to add more lighting, but anyway. All right, so the last thing I wanted to mention, I'll throw a picture in there as well, but you see the rock light there. I actually installed some rock lights around it, and it is really cool. I think I got some maybe some B-reel of the rock lights going off at night, which I can actually go ahead and add in right here. But it's really cool. I have plans on making those Bluetooth controlled with the Bluetooth module. Anyway, like I said, lots of plans. But essentially, this is the trailer, everything to it, you know. I've had it for 6 months, gone on 5 or 6 camping trips with it already, and it is awesome.